Give us a second here. And setting up for Facebook Live. And Marlene, could you give me a thumbs up if you see us live? Well, there we are. And now we are going to record. Hey, girlfriends. Today is an exciting day. I am like tingling with excitement because we are launching the next issue of the Being Brave Tour magazine, and it is called She Is Not Done Yet. And we're talking about choosing different ways to age. We call it the art of being a woman. And I have several of the ladies here who are in this issue and of other issues. And so it's so exciting to bring these ladies together and share their wisdom, their lived experience, and their stories. And so we're going to pop around and we're just going to have some fun here. And we're going to have each woman share a little bit who she is and what she does, because all of these ladies have either a business, a passion project, or some reason that has brought them here to the pages of the Being Brave Tour. And so I'm going to start with Olivia Rose, and it looks like we have some other ladies popping in with us too. So Olivia, go ahead and just give us a little quick synopsis of who you are and where you're coming from.
Yeah, as Karen said, I'm Olivia Rose, and if you can tell from that half a picture behind me, I am in Colorado. I'm in the Denver metro area, and I hold space and help women to align their leadership to live with more peaceability and ease and be who they're really meant to be in every way.
Oh, awesome. Fabulous. And let's pop over to Marlene. Marlene, you were in the sunny Nevada, right? Oh, we can't hear you. You are on mute.
There we are. There we are. Yes, I am in Henderson, Nevada. I am so honored to be part of this launch, especially since I'm celebrating 2 years of my brave moment, so to speak. And you'll be able to read more about that. But that completely reshaped my entire health, mindset, purpose. And I'm super excited to be able to just put it out there and see how it inspires other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what I love about the magazine is that we have reflections, worksheets, we have spaces to read stories to be inspired. And so there's a little bit for everybody. And so we're going to pop over to Jamie. Hello, Jamie.
Hello.
Hi. And you are well, you're popping around all over the place, and I believe you just came back from Europe too. So
I did. Well, I'm Jamie Piha. I am the founder of Piha Ventures Travel Wine Life, and my work is rooted in what I call rewirement. And I call it rewirement because I have had a very long career in leadership, in wine, in culinary aspect, and in fundraising. And as I've been aging, everyone kept asking me if I wanted to when I was going to retire, and I just hated the word retire. I just was like, I'm not done yet. And just like the name of the magazine, right? I'm like, I'm not done. So I kind of coined this phrase rewirement because I felt like at this stage of life, I have so much more to give. I'm wiser. I'm more caring. All those things. I want to be able to continue to use my skills, and I want to help other women understand that there is life at this stage, no matter what age you are, and that the belief is that life is not winding down, but that it's opening up. And at that time, I found myself asking the question, what now? What now? And how do I design my life on my own terms? And so the question became the rewirement path, which is what I've created. And along with travel and along with things in the wine industry, I pulled my three passions together to create this new path forward.
I love it. I love it. And I think you're speaking to all the ladies here. There's a lot of relatability to that. And so let's pop over to Janine, excuse me, Janine Smith, and welcome. I'm so glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much. I am just ecstatic to be a part of all of this and you beautiful ladies. This is an honor. So I am Janine Emily Smith. I'm a global speaker, a coach, a TV show host, podcast host, and creator of the Badass Lioness and the Rise and Roar framework. And my book just released, Story to Stage, so I'm really excited about that. Uh, in a sense, my husband and I, we help women leaders and creatives build freedom platforms. We do it for you so your story becomes your stage, your voice becomes your authority, and your life becomes your own. So, in other words, we help women rise above the noise and step into their calling on their own terms. So, I'm so happy to be here, and our company is called Hearts and Sync Productions.
Fabulous. And it looks like music has been a big part of your life too, with those guitars in the background there.
Oh, yes, we are songwriters, music producers, singers. I forgot to say that. That's our passion.
Yeah. And then it looks like we are going to pop over to Lori Hardy.
Oh, well, I'm just here to celebrate. I get to meet each one of you on the podcast because I edit. And so it's so wonderful to see your faces and celebrate with you. So thank you for letting me be part of this.
Yes, and I'm going to give Lori a little shout out. She is the one who makes our podcast happen, ladies. She puts, edits, creates a little fun little clips that we post out there, and she has been such a great support. So, and you have such a fabulous podcast too, and we'll go more into some of the details later. But yes, and we're going to pop over to Lori Thiebert.
There we go. Karen, again, thank you so much for being the invitation to be a part of the Being Brave tour. It is really empowering to so many women whose lives it's touched. My specialty is in the area of relational intelligence. So I am a consultant and executive coach in that space with almost 30 years experience, specifically helping people understand the value and importance of not only the IQ and EQ at play, because it's one thing for us to understand our emotions, it's another to put it into play with relationships, especially complex ones, where we can learn how to elevate each other as opposed to anything less than that. My book recently, it's called The Cater Theory, was just launched and hit #1 in a couple of different categories. And the idea behind the Cater Theory is if we are inviting others to come in and have a wonderful experience with us, let's say at a dinner party, we're going to cater it to make sure it's a really positive experience. And likewise, if we take just a little bit of extra time and attention and cater our relationships, it's beautiful what can come from that. And that was my contribution. We'll talk more about it, is how to cater your relationships.
Yes, thank you, Lori. That's just so awesome. And we're going to pop over to Chris Dyer.
Hi, good morning, everybody. First of all,
Morning.
Karen, thank you. I'm feeling it here and all the love. So I am Chris Dyer, located in Las Vegas, Nevada, along with Marlene here, and I am a community builder, a leader, speaker, author, founder of Champs, which is a foundation that will take the entrepreneur spirit back into corporate settings for compassionate health advisors, mentors, and prevention specialists. But anyway, the purpose of what my contribution here in the magazine was, growing up, music and movement were always my favorite meditation. It was always my medicine. And so I was able to create a playlist for myself of music that spoke to me through lyrics, and allowed myself to look in the mirror and see myself. And that is my hope for women, is to see themselves, to recognize and choose themselves, and call that energy back in so that they can create some massive beauty and momentum and whatever that looks like for this second and third stage of life. So it's a launch, and it's something that's been near and dear to my heart for years, or a couple of years, and now I'm ready to put it out into the world. So thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah, you bet. And it's so exciting. I love the variety that is brought to the magazine, whether it be food, music, meditations, all these different beautiful pieces. And we'll go a little bit more into that after we do our introductions here too. And up next on my screen is Anna Margalina.
Karen, I love how you bring us all together. Just love it. So, I'm Anna, and I have his book, Qigong or Qigong for skin. which is radiant. So I teach Qigong, and I'm also a hypnotherapist. And I believe that we just have to clean our energy. We carry a lot on the inside, and we deserve to be brilliant and clean and clear on the inside. And then it's easier to live.
Yeah.
So
There we go. Easy to live when it's all clean inside. There you go, girls. Okay, that's simple. But you do need your girlfriends to walk beside you and help you on that path to keep it simple, because we try to complicate things an awful lot. So absolutely. Thank you, Anna. And we're going to just pop over to Yvonne, and then we'll go to Christy. So Yvonne, tell us a little bit about you and what you do. And then in a little bit, we'll go through our stories and our reflections.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Karen. I'm looking at all the ladies in this room and just completely blown away to be in this company. So, wow. I'm Yvonne Marchese. I'm an age agitator, a play instigator, and a believer in do-overs. And I'm a photographer, speaker, podcaster, all the things. And yeah, I have a different kind of Chris, I relate to the playlist thing. I have a feeling good playlist for music, but I have a different kind of playlist that I want everyone I want to encourage everyone to make for yourself, which is what can you do in 5 or 10 minutes that it feels playful to you at any given moment, that's free and easy and feels fun to you, because we do deserve to be clean and easy living. And I think play is a really good way to access that.
That is, and I love that attitude. And in fact, somebody, there was one of the reflection questions, and it asked kind of what you wanted to be or feel. And I'm like, playful. I'm going to adopt Yvonne's word. I really like that. And that is fun. So I really enjoyed that. You bring that to the table. And we're going to pop over to Christy and have her say a quick hello.
Yes, hello, beautiful ladies. What an honor it is to be today on this big launch day. Woo, I got my pom-poms that, I keep shaking, and my magic wand. I'm all about play too, Yvonne. I'm actually today submitting my talk for a TED Talk, and it's all about creative play and stuff. So I'm kind of doing a double thing today. It's a big day to be like celebrating this, and then my big idea on TED Talk. So what I do is I am a mom, and have been a mom for a long time, and I didn't always enjoy being a mom. And so I have a bunch of neurospicy kids and husband, and I put myself in a little bit neurospicy. And so I help other moms basically kind of go back to that story of shame that they had, because when you're raising some kids that are different, life can be kind of hard and you have a lot of judgments against yourself. And so I just bring back the creativity and the joy and the light and help them, give them CPR to find their heart of creativity, and lead them down a path of just, let's have joy. Let's live joy out loud for the next 40 years that I got on this planet. That's my mission. And I obviously love sparkle, if you couldn't tell. I have a podcast, Life Without Lenses, that has not yet been published, but it's close. So I love to live life out loud and just to bring joy wherever I go. And I'm just grateful to be here with you, beautiful ladies.
I know. And I love the energy of this room, that you are all bringing the joy, the love, the playfulness. And I hope that, so our next part is for you to give us a glimpse into your resource and what you want women to experience. And you know what, as I bring you all together, just the energy that you all have. And I think when we were, when I was creating it and putting your worksheets and your words into the magazine, so much life comes out of it. And it's like having a girlfriend right there with you. So you're not alone. And that's what I love about this. So Marlene, give us a little glimpse, just a little sneak peek, just to kind of entice the ladies quickly about what is your resource and what you hope women experience. For you, it's your story. So tell us just give us a little glimpse of your story and what you hope women will experience it when they read it.
You're right. It is my story and literally my experience that I've had over the last couple of years. And my hope is that when women walk through not only my reflection of the resilience that God is taking me through over these last 2 years as a brain tumor survivor, I hope that women feel seen for what their strength is now, seen for what their strength could be and what it's being rebuilt, because that is something that I have found great strength and empowerment. And I thought I was a powerhouse before, but God used the gift of my brain tumor to really show me what that possibility is. And I just want women to grab onto that, whatever speed bumps, health issues. Many of us have gone through divorce or whatever the case may be, that there is so much more beyond that. And you just got to dig deep, jump on. And for me, it was my health. And I take great joy in helping other women find their best health, no matter what season and for anything that comes along the way. So I want them to feel hopeful for what's ahead, no matter what it is that comes along with that, right?
There you go. Isn't that beautiful? I know I'm getting tingles as you're saying that, because I do know your story, and it's just like there's just so much goodness in there as you had to tap into your grit and to so many different things to walk through your story. And so we are going to pop over to Olivia Rose next. What do you hope that women will experience when they walk through your resource?
Yeah, I want to start with just like over bubbling with like all the joy and the beauty and the magic here, seeing some old friends and new friends and the connections that we can have as women, and and even in a virtual space, it's just phenomenal. So what I find is so many women leaders are like, what's the strategy? What's the next hot hack? What's the next hot strategy? Just if I find the right strategy, it'll change my life. Right? Yeah. But really what we're looking for, what we need is state-based solutions, meaning our nervous system state, our heart state, our body state. Look at all the nods in the room. Yeah. The strategies, you already have all the strategies you need. You already know what works for you. But when your nervous system is on overload, you're just looking for the hack. So we take that desire and we say, yeah, there are a ton of strategies out there that'll work for you, but let's come back and check in on your nervous system state, because we have the upper bandwidth of stress and we have the lower level of rest. And in the middle is where growth can happen. You can't be too stressed and you can't be too chill. It's in the middle, right? There's healthy stress in there, but up here is like you add one more thing and we're popping our top off. If we have a new strategy when we're already stressed, forget it. So I wanted to bring here the opportunity for women to assess and reassess, because it's different sometimes hour to hour or day to day. Where is our emotional state right now? And even if I can bring a stress state down even just a little bit, I might find that the strategy I already have, I can do more of that and it'll work better.
Yeah.
So my chapter being titled, Don't Start the Next Chapter Backwards. If you find yourself looking for that strategy, just give me the next new hack. Maybe let's come in and check in with your nervous system and see if we can get that in a space where it's in that growth range again.
Wow. Wow. Powerful. Yes. And we are going to have an opportunity to walk through some of these too. We'll be interviewing each of the ladies and doing a little, going deeper into their resource. So right now, yeah, we're just giving you a little sneak peek to entice you to go look at the magazine. And Jamie, what should the ladies expect and what would you like them to experience? What's your hope out of it? Oh, sound? Yeah.
Hi. Thank you. I think more than anything, since really this has been my recent experience moving into this rewirement phase, that I'm still developing where this path will go. And I think what I hope women experience when they walk through this rewirement path is that they feel recognized for who they are and who they've been, and that they can sit in that joy of all you've created in your past up to this point, and feel like you've really contributed, but that something inside you is being named maybe for the first time, and that you're giving yourself permission to release what no longer fits you and begin to see what's ahead, even in the uncertainty of what that is, that it's full of possibility and that it is not an ending, it is a becoming who your next phase is, maybe more aligned with the values that you hold, and also that you're designing your life yourself. It isn't on anyone else's terms, and that you discover what that actually is for yourself. So that's really it. And I think one of the words that really comes to me is that my hope is that I can light that spark for other women, that they are, where is it? Let's find the spark. What is it? You have it in you, even if it's hidden. And I feel like maybe where my gift can come in is really helping other women identify what their spark is, and then helping them put that into some kind of terms for what's next. I'm not a coach. That's not really it. What I want to do is light the fire. I want to light the fire to get you going in the right direction.
Yes. And so look, we've got a story, we're addressing our nervous system and creating these beautiful things, and then we're going to light the spark. So you've got every part of our journey that I think is going to be covered here. And then we're going to go to, excuse me, Lori Thiebert, and she's going to talk about how we can just have beautiful communication in our relationships.
Absolutely. Thank you, Karen. So my resource and support is around learning how to cater our relationships, because quite often, sometimes relationships feel very complicated, and they actually are quite simple when we understand the recipe that is at play. There's 4 general ingredients, and they build upon each other. And when we understand how they build upon each other, then it's easy to see, okay, what part is working well and what part is not working well. And the resource that I have with Cater Your Relationships helps us to look at both sides. What does healthy relationship look like? So that because each of us are different, right? And being able to say, okay, in these healthy relationships, what are the aspects when each of those areas that really feel good to me? And then in a relationship where there might be feeling some cracks, what are those? And be able to identify where those cracks are so that we can heal that. And hopefully the women that participate in this can realize, there is something that I can do to help this to feel better, because when we have healthy relationships, that's the key to happiness in our life.
Yeah. Wow. There we go. We're the happiness in life. And Lori, that's one of the things that I think that I have liked about what your reflection, your worksheet. It's simple, and because we try to make everything so complicated, and with all of your little reflections, it's like, let's come on, girls, let's just make this life a little bit easier so we can enjoy the journey. And so we're going to pop over to Janine Smith. And yes, share a little bit what you hope that women get out of your reflection.
Oh, thank you. I just am loving hearing all of these amazing talks. So women will feel a full heart, soul revival. I am telling you, they will come back to who they are created to be. I believe, and I'm one of them, that women are masters of showing up for everybody else while we disappear ourselves. We shrink, we silence our voice. Sometimes we lose our identity trying to hold everything and everybody together. Have they called you the strong one? I know that's me, right? Sometimes it's pain or trauma. I have lived growing up living a life of trauma, darkness, addiction. My dad was killed when I was 15, went into full-on survival mode. I kept busy doing for worth, earning my place in this world, numbing myself, had a near-death experience with a serial killer. I didn't think that I was worthy of anything or even caring for myself. So in 2010, I flatlined, which was the worst day, but the best day of my life. My body completely shut down. But ever since, I have worked to never play small again. I had the arms of Jesus wrapped around me during that small space between life and death. And I decided that I didn't want to work 80 hours a week anymore. Music played a big, big part. So that's a part of everything that I do because it rewires your neural pathways. Gratitude as well does. I believe we can rise above our pain and own our narrative. And so my resource is for women who want to take a stand and not just sit there in their own pain. They want to heal their story. They want to step up into their power that transforms others' lives, because I believe your story might be the medicine that can save somebody right now, not tomorrow, right now. And that's exactly so. The resource that's in the Be Brave, which Karen has so eloquently put together, I cannot say enough about it, is the RISE framework, which I do a Rise and Roar. RISE is the internal transformation, and it's a resource sheet that is a companion to my book, Story to Stage, the Badass Guide to Rising from Pain to Power. So it works through your experience, and it's designed to help you reconnect, integrate, storytell, and empower. And that's what RISE stands for. Because transformation doesn't happen just by sitting on the couch doom scrolling. It happens through action. So that is what mine's about. I'm not about fluff. I'm about stepping into your story. And the world is waiting to hear your story. So this is what we are all about here, I think. It's about action.
Yes. Oh, wow. That is powerful. Oh, my goodness. Just think of all the things that we are going to be addressing, and we are going to be standing strong together, girlfriends. I love it. And Chris, give us a little more about your reflection and what you hope women will get out of it.
Yeah. I think my story takes a tender route, and I think women have the capacity to be tough and tender. Tough comes from the head, tender comes from the heart and the soul space. And I'm a music junkie. I was raised loving music from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and I have great taste and a lot of musical icons. But there's also a movie that came out, I don't know, in the mid 90s called Music and Lyrics, and there's the main song is Way Back to Love. And I feel like that's where we are. We are looking for a way back to love. Love is that high vibration. Love does cure everything. Love solves a lot of, of our aches and pains and ails in the world. But I had a very profound recognition of myself through a particular song, and it's in the story. But I just want to point out that recognizing that my love is the other key to me. And so I actually have keys around my house. I give out keys as a reminder for people to recognize that we are love. We are love. And it's the clouds of judgment that are prohibiting us, getting in the way of us seeing that is our natural state. If we choose to identify and lean into that. So it is a tender moment for me. This is the precursor for a book that has been needed to put out into the world. But Love Songs to Myself, it is about me. It is about the reconnection to me and hoping that other women can reconnect with themselves and identify love in themselves and just give it back to themselves so that they fill their cup and then give from the overflow.
Excellent. Sounds great. Just we're touching the hearts, the minds, the souls, and putting in some action steps along the way. I love it. Anna, tell us a little bit about your reflection.
Has been talking about love, right? So if you take a deep breath, just take a breath now, because there is so much that we discussed, and think about love and think about how you love, and imagine people, animals that you love, and then take this energy and smile into it and put it in your heart and smile into your heart and sit with it and breathe and look in your heart and pour the same smiling energy into your heart. You see, when I first learned to do this, I was like, no way, no way, because I was so tough. I was like hardworking, and I learned to numb my feelings, to just disconnect, be all head, very intellectual. And I reached point when I started breaking down. I started just breaking down. Everything was breaking down in me. And I stopped and asked myself, how do I choose to age? And I saw two roads. One, I'm ruining myself, I'm all sick and like this. And another, that I find how to be uplifted and strong, radiant. And I learned through Qigong and also clearing unconscious, removing all the trauma from it. And that I had to learn to be soft, had to learn to relax into myself and give myself the same care, the same love that I was so generously giving to others. So I'm giving steps and techniques so you could start choosing how you're going to age.
Yes, choosing how you want to age. That was the inspiration behind this issue, is how do we want to choose to age, being the art of the woman, and knowing that we are not done yet. So let's go. Thank you, Anna, and to Yvonne. And what would you like women to experience as they read through your story?
Well, my story is about reinvention, but not in the way that I originally thought it was. I had an aha moment as I was approaching the age of 50, which is in the story. Really, reinvention, as part of what happened is that I had this aha, and I started thinking about, what about my next 20 or 30 years? How do I want to choose to age, Anna? Right. And I started thinking, I got hopeful as I was approaching 50, and I thought, maybe I'll start a podcast and tell other people's stories about how they hit up against it in midlife and had to figure out a way around whatever obstacle, like all of y'all have had, right? And I was coming at it in the beginning very much from a point of view of self-improvement, of how do I become a better version of myself? I reinvent to become a better me. And over time, I heard somebody say something that blew my head off my body. She said, reinvention isn't about changing yourself. It's about changing the way you think about yourself.
You see all the heads nodding yes.
Right? And I started thinking, what if I don't focus on improving myself? What if I focus on getting back to myself, who I've always been, who she is, and let her explore and play and find out what's next? And it's a constant becoming. Who said that earlier? All this wisdom, all of everything you guys are saying is like, yes, 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 yes. It is a constant becoming. Blooming is a constant state of being for us. Even when you're dormant under the snow, you're preparing to bloom. I'm thinking of the Bette Midler song, The Rose, right? In the winter, when the wind blows underneath the driven snow, lies the seed that when the sun lies the seed that becomes the rose. That's us. Always, always, always. And that's what I want people to take is, what story, Janine, are you telling yourself about yourself? Is that story helping you? Is that story supporting you? And can you change that? And let's get playful about it, for crying out loud.
Yes,
That's what I hope people take
a little different attitude. And this is what when I'm talking about the magazine now, is experience the beauty within. It's already there. We just are bringing it out. We're discovering it. We're exploring. We're being curious about what could be. And like, as Jamie talked about those possibilities. there's just so much goodness there. And thank you, Yvonne. And we're going to quickly pop over to Christy, and then we're going to pop over to Lori, because Lori has been part of the previous issue. And I just want her to share what she feels women have experienced through the magazine. But first, Christy, tell us a little bit about your reflection and what you hope women will experience from it.
First of all, I just want to say the world is in good hands, ladies, because with this group, I'm like, I just feel like so much safer today. I have to say, I'm like, okay, we're gonna be okay. I know there's a world's a shit show right now, but right here in this room, we got it going on here. So I love what's coming forward, and I love what you're creating, Karen. And my, what I want people to get from mine is a return to your inner sparkle. It's a guided meditation to reconnect with your younger self, with your inner child. When I was on a walk with a friend dressed as a mermaid, because it was a mermaid run, and I'm all about creativity, I had my little Maria the mermaid wake up me and told me to play more and to move more and invite my friends to join me. And so what I hope for this meditation is that people will have a little journey back to their younger self, and what you're talking about, Yvonne, to remember who we are. We've always been that little girl, and she's still us. But somewhere along the line, we got the messaging that we're supposed to grow up and leave her behind. But our power is bringing her with us. And that's really my hope, is that women will go and connect with her, and that she has a little gift to give you, and that you can see who she is and who you are, and you realize you are the same, and to bring her forward, because the world needs our younger selves. They're our superheroes. They're the superpowers, and they've been shut down for too long. And so I want women to wake up their little girl and have a hell of a good time playing and having a great time, and do mermaid parties and all the fun stuff. And that's what I'm all about.
And I love that. And invite your friends along for the ride. Oh my gosh, I love it, Christy. Thank you for sharing that with us. That is just so lively. And Lori, what would you like to leave with these ladies here? Now that you have been part of a previous issue, what would you like to share with them, or something that you've experienced?
Well, first of all, I was planning on watching on Facebook, and this link came across. So I hopped on because I wanted to support these amazing women, because I have seen and felt the experience of being in Karen's magazine, and the love and the connection. And that is really so important. And when I first met Karen, her goal was to reach 1 million women. And she was on my podcast. That's how I met her. And then she has created this amazing community. So Karen, I want to throw it back to you for a second and say, because something evolved into this magazine. So will you share with us what brought you to do this and highlight all these women? Because you don't highlight you highlight us.
And that is where my joy comes from, is I love to create these spaces for women to show up and to share their brilliance, their beauty, their lived experiences, because I have gained, going through quite a few really difficult situations, I gleaned so much from the women around me. And I call you all my wise friends. And because there's just so much goodness, there's so much richness to bring to the world. And my mom asked me the question, Karen, how did you think to do a magazine? And to be honest, it evolved, and I love to create. And I thought, going into this next season of my life, what do I want it to look like? And I thought, I haven't created a magazine yet. And I just did it. And I had created a book, and I thought, okay, but I want something richer. I want some conversation around this. I want people to discover and to be curious and to see what's already inside and to bring that out. And that's kind of how it just all came together. And I, like Christy said, I invited some friends along the way, and look at this beautiful community of women that is just coming and sharing their love and their joy and their experiences. And so I just want to thank all of you for bringing all that to the magazine and trusting me to put it together in a beautiful way to bring it to the women, those 1 million women we would love to touch with the magazine. So ladies, thank you. Thank you for being here today. And let's go out and have some fun and be playful.
Can I just invite everybody to dance and give Karen some Zoom glitter? This is Zoom glitter, baby. Yeah.
Okay. Along with the Zoom glitter, Karen's podcast is in the top 10%. She is a fabulous interviewer. And the best thing we can do to help her is to go on and give her a 5-star rating and write a review, because more women need to hear about this and hear about the magazine. And this is a really great way for that to happen. So this is how we can support Karen as well.
And then the Zoom glitter right back at you, girls.
I did not know about Zoom glitter. I'm on totally in. I'm like, okay, all the time
I
now.
thought you might be, Christy.
Yes, love it.
Okay, there we stopped our recording, and we're going to say goodbye to all of our Facebook girlfriends too, as I figure out how to stop that. Okay, how do we end it? Okay, girl. Oh, there's a, okay, who's recorded live stream? I do it so infrequently.
You may just have to end the live stream. I'm not sure.
I think you do. Okay, girls. I love you. It's been fun. We'll sign off. Alrighty.
Great to meet you all.
Amazing.
Bye.
Woo. Happy launch day.